The greatest is always flashy, strong, and makes you believe in them. Descaras from Ichi the Witch is such a character, and what I love about her immediately is that she just flaunts it. She'll do a beautiful display of magic and then tell you that she's super awesome and badass. Literally, she says exactly that. But she's also a normal human. She'll have comedic moments, she'll have sad moments, and she'll even have moments where someone needs to be there for her. Descaras from Ichi the Witch is just amazing, and so today I want to walk you through her story. Thank you for watching, and of course enjoy. Descaras, the Abyssal Witch. She's introduced in a world with living magic. Creatures called magics pop up and witches pass their trials to obtain them and use them. When it comes to Descaras, she's simply the greatest at this. In chapter 1, we're introduced to her literally fighting the king magic, brushing its attacks off with ease and finding the moment to pierce its chest. Yet recall trials. The king's trial is hyper specific. It has to be a man that beats it. This leads into the manga's main character Ichi becoming a witch by beating it, and Ichi becoming Descaras' servant, well actually companion, because that's totally what she meant. We're introduced to the greatest perfectly, in a way that tells us she could have beaten this king with ease if it wasn't for a stupid trial. The manga literally locked her out of victory. A character that's meant to be this great should almost seize the story for herself whenever she's on screen. And she does that right away. She shows us that she's gonna continue to do that. I think an example of this everyone knows is Gojo. Think of how he held up Sukuna right away. But from here, we really do get to know Descaras. We learn she's cocky, but because she knows her own strength. She's incredibly goofy, messing with people, calling Ichi her dog, and just keeping these silly facial expressions constant. All because she knows she's the greatest. She can get away with being a bit of a brat because she knows she's everything. Oh, and all while flaunting that she's everything. Though the silly demeanor is instantly dropped when Ichi encounters the world hater Magic, a being that appeared 15 years ago and simply deleted miles of civilization. Descaras moves in a flash, striking the magic with a spell as she faces it, introducing herself as everyone's favorite uber talented badass, Descaras. I agree with her, I love her so much already. Though while she goes on to call herself the greatest and the most powerful, the magic hits a nerve, saying, when he erased part of the world, did her kin die there? Her amped up mood goes silent and blank, all before activating a beautiful display of magic. While her face is somber, it's a tone of rage. It implies that Descaras' quest to become this great likely lies in a past part of the world that's been erased. It's sad. In a flash of some absolutely beautiful magic, Descaras slices her foe in two. With these, I gotta add. Still, the magic lives, and so she goes on to try and force its trial out, leading to the first counterattack. The magic is angry, asking how many of its kind has she collected, and in the biggest flex to being the greatest, she states that she lost count, all before taunting him, saying, were some of them his friends? She's just perfect, the greatest, and I love that she knows it. From here, they fight for a while, and the second Descaras gets reinforcement, the magic leaves, ending the fight. All I gotta say is that it's an awing introduction to the power Descaras has. This is the main villain, and she was holding him off while being incredibly cool. If you were going to introduce such a character as the greatest, they need to be able to prove that, and I think Descaras just did that, while being possibly the coolest and most enjoyable character. So, yeah, that's amazing. Though from here, the tone of Descaras shifts a bit. We saw the inhuman powerful side of the greatest, and so let's take a look at the human side of her next. In the aftermath, everyone wakes. Descaras waiting specifically for Ichi, her face housing an almost worrisome look. Ichi is then told of an insane prophecy, one that details his death at the very end. And surprisingly, Ichi fully accepts this, leaving Descaras with a shocked expression. Following this, she's seen at the bar drinking heavily, and the scene doesn't try and hide the fact she's upset. Another witch has put it together instantly. Ichi reminds her of someone, Libro, her baby brother who had an obsession with magic. Before we even get a hint to what happened there, Descaras splashes those memories away with the pour of a drink, a sad expression as she slams the drink back. It's all too clear. Descaras is drowning her sorrows. sorrows that link to an apparent loss of her baby brother. Sure, Descaras may have seemingly taken in Ichi because he's special and she wants a convenient helper, but I think it's also the sad truth that he likely reminds her of a lost loved one. I really like this choice, as I think we can all agree being strong and great is cool, but the best versions of these characters are ones with depth, and Descaras is proving herself to be that. Afterwards, Descaras calls Ichi to her room, asking him of the prophecy and if he's really okay with it, okay with dying. And all the boy can say is that it's okay. He lives in the moment, he lives for today. That is just how he likes to live his life. What would be inspiring to many doesn't change Descaras' sorrowful expression. It upsets her instead. And out of nowhere, she states she wants Ichi to be her family. We already know family is a sore spot for Descaras, but what's key to note is that she understands the future is hard for Ichi. This statement is for both of them. She explains how she basically uprooted his life and is now leading him to danger every day. And so she wants to give him a place that he can always come back to. It's such a kind gesture. Family is heavy and sad to her, but she sees Ichi as a way to soothe that pain. And for Ichi, it's hard to think of the future. This is a boy who's had to live in the moment. He's fought for survival every day of his life being a hunter. She is thinking of the best for both of them. She places a mentor-pupil blood contract in front of him and Ichi signs it, leading to a whoosh of flame that creates an eternal bond between them. With this, they're as good as family. The scene then turns silly, Descaras turning to her normal and serious but eternally confident self, framing it all as if Ichi has been tricked into becoming her dog. And yeah, it's funny. She's this great, strong woman who pushes people around and keeps up this mean face because, well, who's gonna tell her off? We all love cocky strong arms who can actually back it up. I mean, think of Gojo. But it's important to note that it's actually not all there is here. It's a shield for her pain, a defense mechanism to look away from it. The contract was clearly with real feelings. The flames in the moment depict this. It's an honest, warm action. In the aftermath though, it's really made even clearer. Descaras reveals to the other witches what she's done. They're shocked as that contract is very rare. What it actually does is chain their hearts together. If Ichi dies, Descaras will too. And her response to this says all. She doesn't want to be an adult who dumps the world on a kid's shoulders. She'll train him up and they'll blow prophecy out of the water. After all, they're family. And for the first time with this statement, the realization that she has family to care for, we see a proper, real smile from her. It's the biggest indicator that this whole event, despite the jokes, was very real to her. The silliness around the familial topic is likely a way of getting out of it. It's a sore topic for her, so she's eager to cover it up with jokes and such. It's a very human response. She clearly has a deep attachment to the idea of family. She was drinking sorrowfully while thinking of her brother, and here it's apparent she doesn't want to fail Ichi, going as far as making a blood, literal life-bonding pact to prove this. She laughs to avoid the things that pain her, but she doesn't run from them. Exactly why she has now put her life on the line for Ichi. She is the greatest. She might have pain, and that pain might be apparent, and she might not deal with it right with jokes and such, but she's always ready to face it, as that's just what the greatest does. From here, we'll casually see Descaras do things like this, creating a huge rope dragon at the drop of a hat. It's just insane. But what I think she says here is even crazier. She knows she's not allowed to help in Ichi's fight, but if it looks bad, she's just gonna hop in and snag him. There is no question or anything. She's just gonna break all the rules because she knows she can. She's that confident in the fact she's the greatest. But one thing that's done well at Descaras is that we're reminded that there are layers to her. It's not always about being awesome. The silly scenes continue, like how Ichi learns she's been pocketing his pay. She's greedy. But then we get wholesome scenes. Ichi has some money to spend for the first time now, but he has no idea what to buy. He asks a friend what they'd get, and they respond with a present. Ichi buys Descaras a jar of candy. It's a thank you for making him family, showing her how much it means to him. And we see her walking away, highlighting how happy this made her. It's things like this that just make these characters feel human. Greatest powerhouse ever, sure, but she's also still a girl who gets excited over gifted sweets. especially ones from family. Scenes like these are what makes Descaras memorable. But from here, her story truly does begin to unravel, and by unravel, I mean get to a disparaging place, all starting with a weird waiter. Yes, I'm serious. Descaras places her hand upon a waiter's shoulder. Could he get her a glass of water? Yet she wastes no time diving straight into an attack after this. The question was a cocky remark perfectly fitting her. She then mocks him. The waiter is his super scary staff. She's so terrified, all before she summons her energy, completely overpowering him while she said she's gonna have to throw him in prison. She continues to attack before he turns one of her own magics onto her, leading to a terrifying moment. All Descaras says is, "Yo," and it shocks her magic out of it. She has the creature forced into submission with a single word. Literally just everything bows to her. The waiter then pokes at this. He wants to free the magics. He wants them to revolt and erase humanity, just like how Descaras' little brother was erased. She leaps forward in a terrifying force of anger, but is barely too late. Family is touchy to her, and of course, this was only a hint as to what we're going to soon learn. This leads into an arc of Ichi the Witch with one big theme: family and the lengths we go for them. And so it's only fitting Descaras faces the waiter once more, a magic with the now revealed power to reverse things, specifically dead people, to the form they once walked in. With no restraint, Descaras summons a powerful magic. She's the greatest. Nothing this flimsy will shake her. And she proves this, ravaging the hundreds of dead in the name of being the greatest. In the coolest way possible, I must add. All as she thinks about how this all started. We see a very young Descaras meeting the fatal shot magic. The being telling her that it usually takes 10 years to learn the trial, yet a young Descaras could already hold her own on her first attempt. She tried it again and again, but before long, with determination, she could do it. The magic saying nobody she's ever met has had her talent. She asks though, why the hurry? And Descaras, even as a kid, said it's to be the greatest. What's even crazier is that this isn't arrogance. It's simply because she made a promise to her little brother. And like that, she destroyed the trial, beginning a truly legendary journey of becoming the greatest. Prodigy or not, I love that Descaras is handled in a hard work way. Yes, she could likely do little and still be very amazing. She's a prodigy. But it's even more impactful that she works hard. And from what we've seen, like way harder than everyone else. While there's excellent examples of characters who are gifted and nothing more, it works very well. I like characters more who actually earn it, who you can feel like you see them working hard. It's a very human thing, and it makes these characters a lot more relatable. Like you too can become the greatest at whatever you want if you work at it. It's just another big reason as to why I really love Descaras. We then see her complete the Piercer Magic's trial, sitting upon a needle without moving for 100 days. The Confession Magic, answering 1,000 questions, each one needing to satisfy the creature. She just kept going, working harder and harder and faster magic by magic to obtain her ultimate goal of becoming the greatest, all with an unwavering face. Her confidence in the present truly speaks to how she viewed this goal. It wasn't a matter of if she became the greatest, it was a matter of when. She knew she had to do it, for her baby brother. This is why she's unaffected as she cuts down numerous zombie-like humans. It's gross, she wants to puke, she hates doing this, but she'll do anything. She promised to be the greatest after all. Yet she then hears a voice. She turns shocked as she recalls the promise with her baby brother. Her promise to be the greatest. She views that he too has been reversed as a zombie, it all leaving her with a face full of horror. Descaras was an orphan appraised to be a 1 in a millennium magic talent, a fact she absolutely hated and ran away from. She lived in a village of worship, looking to the night stars while living honest lives. Magic wasn't really meant to be a thought for her, but her little brother Libro, obsessed with it. Obsessed to a tragic degree. As in Ichi the Witch, males can't become witches. It's clear that for Libro, magic was a hope for the future. He and Descaras were orphans, and all he wanted magic for was to create less orphans like them. This is hope Libro could never achieve, and so he wanted Descaras to do it for him. it would make him so proud. And on this particular night, as he slept, Descaras took Libro's head into her hands and made the promise. It wouldn't be bad to give him what he wants and for him to think she's cool. And so, the following day, Libro catches Descaras running to the forest with magic study materials. And while she denies the truth, it's so very obvious. It's a scene that's nothing but heartwarming as they smile, both running into a future filled with magic. Yet then it happened. The piece of the world housing her village was warped out of existence. She was just on the edge, but her brother? He was taken. All Descaras could think of was what ifs. If she started magic sooner, could she have done something? Could she have saved her little brother? It's something she'll never stop thinking about. She became a witch using the rage, worked tirelessly to become the greatest, and it was for the promise she had with her little brother. Presently, she can't believe he stands before her. She wavers on the verge of tears, finally moving with no thoughts but love as she takes him into her arms. What gets me the most is that they were literally running into the future when everything began. Descaras did everything an older sister should do. She sought to make her brother's dream, an impossible dream, a reality. And while of course she was silly and a brat about it, that's how she responds to things that trouble her, she truly did want to become the best for him. We know she did it. She kept up her promise. She shows now and again how great she is. But her little brother is never going to be there to see it. The person she worked this hard for will never understand what she's become. It's very apparent now why Descaras was drawn to Ichi. Not only does he look like Libro, but he is a true anomaly, a male who can use magic. He is everything Libro hoped to be in a person. Not just that though, but Ichi is a boy who's had no real humanity in his life. A sisterly presence in his life would help him, and we've already seen how that's helped him and how he got Descaras a gift. This is where you can reflect on the choice of becoming family with Ichi, specifically the contract. It makes perfect sense now. She joked about it being for like a dog, whatever, but no, they truly needed each other. Yet I also imagine it's so she never has to be in this position again. If Ichi dies like Libro dies, she will go too. She wanted to bear the pain of losing everything once more. I can't help but imagine she's probably thinking something horrible like, if I can't protect my family when I'm the greatest, then she doesn't deserve to exist. It's dark, cramped, but warm. Descaras holds the zombified version of her brother. She's warm with this moment, but Libro is ice cold. She knew this would come. She wants to be the greatest. That means toppling even the most disgusting foes. Of course, they'd eventually use her brother, her promise, Libro, against her. She knew it, but it hurts more than she ever thought it would. Descaras just has such a sad look on her face as she holds her brother's head. It breaks my heart. She takes this chance to give her brother what she's always wanted to say. She never wanted to be a witch. She was afraid of the danger, afraid she would have a moment where she left him alone. It was just them after all, orphans, and leaving him alone would have been horrible. Yet she was left alone. She was forced to live on, all by herself. Her one fear became real in the worst way. She comes to the conclusion, this is another chance to die together. Though it's then the jar of candy Ichi gifted her falls. She holds it up. It's a representation of her family, the future she worked so hard to have. One where she can be the greatest and happy, giving others hope in the same way Libro wanted to. She chomps down on the candy with a pained grin, ending the zombified version of Libro in one fell swoop. In a flash of rage, Descaras appears behind the magic and impales him. The magic can't believe she did it, killing her own brother, but she simply keeps attacking. She can't regret. Her brother will always be with her regardless because of their promise. And so she declares what she's always been, the greatest there is. In a flash of beautiful magic, she one-shots the creature, proving everything has been worth it up to now. And even the hardest challenge, her brother, isn't stopping her. All that's left is for Ichi, her future is the greatest, to step up and catch her. They can now go home as a family. Descaras is just amazing, and what I believe makes her work so well isn't that her character is just solely focused on strength. It's not just another lonely story of what strength brings, but rather, her tale is clearly focused on making her as human as possible. She was a sister who avoided her worth because she didn't want to hurt her little brother. But understanding that she was his hope, becoming that was his hope, she decided she'd do it all for him. It's simply a sibling's love. Yet the second that was taken, she strove for heights only dreamable because of that same love. It's such a human thing to work hard and strive for the impossible and have the determination to achieve the impossible, all because of a loved one. She truly has become the greatest, and because of the history behind this title to her, she flaunts it. Strength to Descaras isn't only a way to beat everything, but it's also proving she's living for her baby brother. The flaunting of her greatness makes so much sense with this. She's proud of the reason she became strong. She became the greatest for him, her only baby brother, the one she'll love forever, and so she'll tell the world of her title in as much confidence as she wants. And she can back it up too. I mean, I love that. I mean, what person wouldn't want to tell their world of their achievements if this is why they were achieving? Despite that though, so much of her story contains effort to show that she's a person behind the pain and greatness. She's mischievous and has to be reined in. She'll use jokes to cover up things she's awkward about. And most of all, she misses having a family. This is why I think Ichi and her work so well. Her greatness has nothing to do with their family situation. Rather, it's two people who brought fate together because they needed each other. Descaras is the greatest. Such a fun character to read about and see in this story. Not to mention, her power just fits the title perfectly. But of course, the real treat is how human she is despite that. But with that, this has been me going through Descaras in Ichi the Witch. There's without a doubt more to come with this character. The series is far from over. There's so much life left in Ichi the Witch. And I can't imagine all the cool things we'll see the greatest doing next. It's only just beginning. But of course, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think would be a cool video. I don't know, just leave a comment. And I will see you next time. Bye. Straight from Japan, Christ flexed up, honey berry cootie sweater, sauced up shawty, can't nobody do it better.